What's up everyone, Alex here. I don't normally make videos where I talk about different discount prices on latest sales of video games, but that all changed when I checked out the Big in Japan and Blockbuster sale on PSN, when I discovered that I basically have a lot to say about a lot of the games that they have discounted. But before I get into the games, I want to set some ground rules. For one, the games that I'm going to mention are either something that I've talked about on this channel that I highly recommend, or games that I am personally interested in playing myself. I'm also not going to mention franchises that people look for often, like Final Fantasy, Dragon Quest, or Persona. You get the drift. But I'm confident that even without mentioning these franchises, that I'm certain that you'll still find a game or two that you'll want to pick up from this video. I also realize that a lot of these kinds of videos tend to be a bit chaotic, so this video is organized by publisher/developer, and you can choose the chapter markers on YouTube to go directly to the section that you want to view. Unless indicated, all of these prices do not require you to be a PS Plus member, so definitely keep an eye out on that. Lastly, most of these games are on sale until Wednesday, October 6th at 11:59 p.m. local time, and I'll bring up any exceptions should they come up. I also want to remind people that this list will only feature sales in North America, so I do apologize in advance if you live outside of this region. That being said, let's get right on it. The first set of games that I want to talk about are from KOEI TECMO, more specifically, anything that Gust has made. I do want to say that Atelier games typically don't go on sale a lot, so this is probably the best opportunity for you to pick up any Atelier games that you're interested in. To start off, we have 3 Atelier trilogies that are 25% off, which are the Atelier Arland trilogy, the Atelier Dust trilogy, and the recently released Atelier Mysterious trilogy. As far as I know, these are all the DX versions of these games, so this means that they do have content that is not available in their original release. Each of these trilogies will cost you $67.49, and regularly these are priced at $89.99. So if you want to play some classic Atelier games, it is 25% off. You get 3 games for almost the price of 1. I don't think this is too bad. The next 2 games are comprised of the latest in the Atelier series, which is Atelier Ryza 1 and Atelier Ryza 2. Atelier Ryza 1 is 45% off, which means that the sale price is $32.99 compared to its regular price, which is still $60, $59.99. Atelier Ryza 2, on the other hand, is 30% off at $41.99, with the regular price being $59.99. I also want to point out that Atelier Ryza 2 came out at the beginning of this year, and I do have a review of both Atelier Ryza 1 and 2, and you can find all of those links in the description of this video. The first Blue Reflection, ahead of the release of Blue Reflection 2, is on sale for 50% off, dropping the sale price to $29.99 compared to the regular price of $59.99. If you can tell a pattern here, it's the fact that KOEI TECMO games don't drop in price that often. Nelky and the Legendary Alchemists is 60% off at $23.99, and as you can expect, the regular price is also $59.99. Nelky plays a bit differently than your typical Atelier games, but it is something that I am personally interested in picking up and trying out in the future. Our next group of games comes from Square Enix, and the very first game that I want to talk about is Neo: The World Ends With You, which just came out in July. Now, I know that this game just came out on PC a day or 2 ago, but this sale price drops it down to $41.99 as opposed to the regular price of $59.99, which makes it 30% off. Again, it's $41.99, and I personally like this better than the original World Ends With You, and I do have a video of these. By the way, this will be the last time I'm going to promote my content. You're going to see it in the chapter list in the description of this video. Check it out yourself. The duo of Nier games on the PS4, which is Nier Replicant and Nier Automata, including Nier Automata's DLC, is actually marked down. Nier Replicant, which came out in May of this year, costs $38.99, which is 35% off of the original price of $59.99. And Nier Automata, which came out obviously years ago, is 50% off at $19.99, and the regular price goes for about $39.99. The DLC is 50% off as well, going for $4.99, and the regular price is about $10 or $9.99 if you prefer. This basically puts both the original Nier and its sequel at about $60, so that's not bad for 2 games, actually. Of course, there is the DLC cost on top of that if you so wish, but I think this is a great price for both games. Trials of Mana, which is something that I played back in December, is 50% off. It usually goes for about $50 or $49.99. The sale price is $24.99. Next, we have games from FALCOM, and the very first game that is on sale at a whopping 80% off is Tokyo Xanadu EX Plus. The sale price is going for $11.99 compared to the regular price of $59.99. This is another one of those games that drop in price seldom from time to time, so this is a great opportunity to check out a great action RPG in Tokyo Xanadu. The next set of Falcom games is, of course, the Cold Steel series, spanning from Cold Steel 1 all the way up to 4, the complete quadrilogy. Both Cold Steel 1 and Cold Steel 2 are 50% off, which puts it on sale at $19.99 compared to the regular price of $39.99 or $40. And I think if you want to get into Trails games, I still feel that Cold Steel 1 is a great starting point. It kind of sets your expectations as to what to expect for the rest of the series, and will probably most likely encourage you to go back and play some of the previous games that are connected in the later Cold Steel games. So again, Cold Steel 1 at $19.99 along with Cold Steel 2 at $19.99. 50% off. That's pretty good. Cold Steel 3, which of course continues the saga, is also 50% off, but of course it has a higher regular price. So the sale price is $29.99, and the regular price is of course $59.99. Cold Steel 4, on the other hand, which came out last year, is going for $38.99, which is 35% off, and that's off of the regular $59.99 price point. Ys Memories of Celceta came out on the PS4, and that is currently 50% off with a sale price of $14.99 compared to the regular price of $29.99. From my understanding, this incorporates a lot of the early designs for Ys's current party-based battle system, and while the world isn't rendered in fully 3D with the camera behind the character, much like Ys 8 and Ys 9, I think that Ys Memories of Celceta is still worth a shot. There's a couple of games from Bandai Namco here that I want to highlight, particularly because one of those games has the highest discount out of this entire list, and that is Ni no Kuni 2. Ni no Kuni 2 is currently going for $8.99. That is an 85% markdown. That is incredible considering that the game is still going for $59.99. Now, I will add a caveat that a lot of early reviews and reactions from fans said that the game was too easy. However, ever since then, they've patched in a difficulty setting so that way you can make it feel a bit more challenging. That being said, I haven't spoken to anyone who has played the game since then. I only know that there was that form of disappointment when the game came out. But at $8.99, the barrier of entry seems way too low for anyone not to check the game out. Scarlet Nexus, which came out in June, is 40% off at $35.99 for its sale price, compared to, of course, the full price of $59.99. I really enjoyed Scarlet Nexus, and I do want to remind people there is a downloadable demo on all the platforms it's on right now. So if you want to go try the game out yourself, you have that option. The next set of games are from ATLUS and SEGA, and this list of games, these are really, really good. 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim is 50% off, going for $29.99 for its sale price compared to the regular price of $59.99. However, if you are a PS Plus member, you will get it for 60% off at $23.99. 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim was my game of the year last year, and I don't want to spend too much of your time. I'm just going to direct you to that review if you have any doubts, and watch it, really. The next game is Catherine Full Body, which is 55% off, making the sale price $17.99 compared to its regular price of $39.99. Now, if you are a PlayStation Plus member, you get it at 60% off, and the sale price drops down to $15.99. I will add that this is not part of the Big in Japan sale. This is actually part of the Blockbuster sale, which went live as of this video's release, and this sale price expires on October 13th, 11:59 p.m. local time. The next game is another Vanillaware classic, which is Odin Sphere Leif Trazir. Sale is incredible at 75% off, putting the sale price at $14.99 compared to the $59.99 regular price. Now, this is also part of the Blockbuster game sale, which I want to remind you will expire on October 13th at 11:59 p.m. local time. This is by far the best price Odin Sphere has ever gotten in the entirety of its listing on PSN, so take advantage of this right now, especially if you've got a hankering for another great action RPG to add to your library. The next game is a digital deluxe edition for Sakura Wars. Unfortunately, the original Sakura Wars is still at full price at $59.99, but this digital deluxe edition is 60% off at $31.99, which is not too bad of a price compared to the regular price of $80 or $79.99. If you do have PS Plus, however, you get it for 70% off, which drops the price down to $23.99. I personally don't have the digital deluxe edition, but personally at $23.99, I find that Sakura Wars is worth checking out. The last Atlus and Sega game that I want to highlight is Yakuza Like a Dragon. I know that the series is getting searched a lot recently, but Yakuza Like a Dragon is noteworthy because it is the first turn-based Yakuza game, and it turns out to be a great one as well. It is 40% off, so it's going for $35.99 currently on PSN, compared to the full price of $59.99. It's actually a great price to join Ichiban and Company. The last group of games that I want to highlight all come from Spike Chunsoft. And before you ask, Danganronpa is on sale, but I didn't want to highlight it on here because I feel like these other games need more attention. The Somnium Files came out just a couple of years ago, and it is now 60% off, going for $15.99 in its sale price when you compare it to $39.99 regularly. The Somnium Files is getting a sequel next year, so if you want to catch up with the series, this is a great opportunity to do so. Conception Plus, which is something that I reviewed as well alongside Atelier Ryza a few years ago, is going for 70% off at $17.99 compared to its full price of $59.99. Conception Plus is an acquired taste, so I recommend checking out the review if you have the time. The duo of games that follow comprise the entirety of the Zero Escape trilogy, and together, this will cost you about $26. Zero Escape, the Nonary Games, is 70% off, going for $14.99 on sale compared to its regular price of $49.99. And Zero Time Dilemma is going for $11.99, again 70% off, compared to its regular price of $39.99. The Nonary Games package includes both 9 Hours, 9 Persons, 9 Doors, and Virtue's Last Reward. So getting these two together gets you the entire trilogy, again for about $26. That's not bad. And last, but certainly not least, one of the very first games that I reviewed on this channel, and chances are the reason why you found my channel, is Zenki Zero Last Beginning. It is 80% off with a sale price of $11.99 compared to its regular price of $59.99. Think about this. It's been full price ever since its release about 2 years ago. That is insane. And I highly recommend checking this out if you haven't yet. And of course, you can always check out my review as always. That being said, that's all the games that I want to highlight in this video. If there are other games that are part of the Big in Japan and the Blockbuster games sale that you want to highlight and recommend to people, post them all in the comments below. And I'm hoping that a lot of you will check out the comments as well. I'm really interested in seeing what games have also enticed you in this video, and I'd love to hear what you think of the sale in the comments as well. And last but certainly not least, if you played any of these games, share your opinions in the comments as well. I love reading through the comments and reading through everybody's experiences through games and what kind of games they picked up thanks to this sale. And more importantly, if you enjoy this kind of video, please let me know. There's nothing more that I'd love than to help you guys pick up some really incredible games. At any rate, thank you very much for joining us today, and I'll see y'all in the next video.